Yesterday, my teacher taught about Mughals, but I'm confused. I didn't know the order of the Mughal emperors and when did they rule. Oh, how can I understand it? If you couldn't understand when your teacher explained, then I'm sure you would understand if the Mughal emperors themselves explained about them and their rule. How is that possible? That's possible. Let's see how.
I am Babur. I am the founder of Mughal Empire. I wrote an autobiography called Baburnama in which I am going to tell you how I ruled the Mughal Empire. On my father's side, I had the great support of Timurid Empire. With the help of Timurid Empire, I conquered the Kabul. And yes, I faced the Indian storm while crossing the Indus River, the Delhi Sultanate. In the first battle of Panipat in 1523, with the new military strategies, we were easily able to crush the Delhi Sultans. And yes, we conquered all the regions. And yes, we now entered the India by conquering Agra and Delhi. We also conquered Rajput states. But I only ruled 4 years as the Mughal emperor after conquering Delhi and Agra.
I am Humayun. I am the successor of Babur. I faced a lot of trouble in my life, but I overcame it. Let's see how. When my father died, I was announced as the next Mughal emperor when I gave few parts to my brothers. But still, they rebelled me. And also the new empire, the Suri Empire, which was rising in the Bangladesh region, kept on pushing me towards the east and conquered all the parts. I was forced to leave to Iran for 15 years with my Persian friend and my army general along with my wife. But still, with my army general, Bairam Khan, I came back. But I was very happy in Iran with my Persian friend and king. It was very peaceful. But when I came back, I came with a full power. I conquered my brothers and came back by conquering the Suris and sat in the Mughal throne. But I died only 1 year after it. I am Akbar. I was announced as the Mughal emperor only at 13 years of age. It was very difficult back then, but with my uncle army general's support, I was able to conquer regions. And the life of me is mentioned in a book called Akbarnama, which is written by my minister Abdul Fazal. I was announced as the next Mughal emperor. And you know, I conquered more parts than what my father and grandfather did. That's why I am known as Akbar the Great. I am known for my administrative systems. And also I encouraged all religions. And no other kingdom tried to rebel me during my rule. Because I maintained peaceful relationships, I also married a Rajput lady called Jodha. And when I died, my son was announced as the next Mughal emperor. I am Jahangir, the successor of Akbar the Great. My reign was prosperous and filled with kindness. I was announced as the next Mughal emperor and I encouraged more administrative systems like Iqtidari system and Mansabdari system. My reign was prosperous and I had a great wife called Nur Jahan. And when I died in 1627, my eldest son was the next Mughal emperor. I am Shah Jahan. I am known for my great Taj Mahal. Do you want to know how I built it? Let's see. It is made up of pure white marble and it took around 13 years to build it. But firstly, when I started ruling, I conquered more parts and my reign was from 1628 to 1658. I conquered more Deccan Plateau side and also the Kabul. Yes, I had a wife named Mumtaz and she was my favorite. When she died, I built her tomb as Taj Mahal, which is now one of the wonders of the world. And yes, I was jailed by one of my sons, Aurangzeb, in 1658, and a brutal war occurred for succession, and it was the most bloodiest. I am Aurangzeb, the most strict Mughal emperor India has ever seen. My strictness was above the maximum line. Yes, I was very angry if anybody did not follow my rules. During my rule, the Mughal Empire reached its peak. And yes, I made strict rules. No brotherhood between Hindus and Muslims, which made Hindus separate from Muslims. And also, I was very powerful than my ancestors. And I died in 1707 and Rajputs rebelled. Now we are going to learn about the decline of Mughals. There are 4 prominent reasons why Mughals may have declined. Rajputs and Nawabs started rebelling and they won some. And Punjabi kings also started rebelling in order to respect their religion Sikhs. And you also know the new trading countries Britain, France and Portugal took control over main parts of India. And in another 150 years, from 1705, the huge Mughal Empire will decline due to weak successors. Now let's learn the administrative system of the Mughals. Mansabdars. Mansabdars refers to a person with mansab, which means a rank or a position. Zamindars. You might know what a zamindar means. People who own a lot of land. Yes, that's correct. And now let's learn about Jagirdars. This might sound new to you. So Jagirdars were a type of feudal land grant in the Indian subcontinent at the foundation of its Jagirdar or Zamindar system. As we saw, people who own a lot of land. And lastly, let's learn a new word. It's called the Zabt. Zabt means a revenue system of each crop when divided into revenue circles with its own schedule of revenue rates for individual crops. So now let's learn related to pictures. See this is the Mansabdari system with many people becoming powerful due to their mansabs or ranks, and this is the Jagirdari system. I hope you understood about the Mughal emperors. Thank you.